Hey guys, welcome back to the Empath. If you're here, chances are I'm willing to bet that you self-identify as a highly sensitive person or someone who's very spiritually intuitive, empathic. And we have this lunar eclipse that's going to be coming up in the next couple of days. This is an emotional time, but this is a really lovely astrological event that is going to start welling up a lot of uncomfortable feelings to the surface. And I myself am having a difficult time trying to get into a positive enough vibration so that I can be supportive towards you guys, because as we feel this, it's almost like this gravitational pull from the moon. I feel as though we're going to be experiencing, like, we're being pulled apart, as though we're going through this detox, and it's a detox from an illusion. For some of you, this is probably going to be manifesting literally changes in your diet, changes in the household. Some of you may have noticed how you become sensitive to maybe certain foods, certain chemicals, and you've had to just readjust. So I don't really know what kind of structure I want to offer this particular reading. So let's just focus in and see what your spirit guides, what your subconscious wants to share with you at this time. Okay, so at the base over here, we've got believe in the impossible, blue moon. This feels like an event where something unique is going to happen, as though the life that you have been crafting, it's destined to change. It's this feeling as though you're going to be facing a different version of yourself, really seeing a shadow version of yourself. And I want to encourage you, it's going to be critical that you show a lot of love and compassion towards yourself, because once you can see through it, all will be revealed. And I get the sense that your limiting belief patterns that have been holding you back, it's as though this realization is just going to give you a chance to move forward and move towards things that feel impossible. Adjustments are required. Third quarter moon, along with a win-win outcome, is in the forecast. I want to get a couple more here. Yeah, literally a couple more. Full moon, Leo. Don't let pride get in your way. Full moon, Scorpio. It's time to release negativity. Because this eclipse is going to be a full moon in Pisces, I want to ask you, where were you at 6 months ago? We were, I believe, the last Piscean full moon, or pardon me, new moon earlier this year. I believe it was around the end of February. I want you to kind of tune into that. If you don't have a journal, look at your calendar. What is it that I feel like there's this emotional outpouring, a real need to have let go of something from the past, especially for those of you who've had to make some painful decisions, goodbyes, having to just allow things to transition out of your life. But this is all about making sure that you do have a win-win outcome, especially if you have been struggling with loss or having to accept some loss within your life. But your ego is still going to be very present. And as long as your ego is trying to tell you, no, that's not what it is, it's not that, it's going to deafen your ability to really to really hear what it is that your subconscious is trying to tell you. The veil feels very thin, and it's time to release negativity. It's time to forgive. It's time to move forward. So I don't know how deep I want to go into this. What is it that we can talk to the collective about today? So I'm going to grab the Animal Ryan deck, since I've been using it a lot. We do have a High Priestess underneath the deck. So let's just have a look at what is it that is leaving your life as a result of this eclipse? What is it that is incoming? And I actually get the sense that there's this buried lie, this buried illusion that's it's going to be revealed. And it's going to be very, very clarifying. In the end, you have the choice on how it is you want to deal with this or how it is you wish to respond to it. Don't get caught up in other people's shadows. I will say that right off the bat. Don't get caught up in how other people treated you or how other people should be or other people's motivations, because they're still stuck in their own illusions, and it's kind of up to them to decide if they'd like to see the ugliness that they have repressed. This is about you having a look at the ugliness that you've had a very difficult time looking at. And for some of you, this could have manifested where you've had this block, especially, I want to say it's a mental block or a physical block, where it's like, you know that you need to do something. I'm scratching my head here. You know, you need to do something, but it's as though a piece of your brain has been shut off. Like, have you ever encountered that? It's like, you know, the problem's right in front of you, but you don't seem to have the cognitive ability to work out a problem. And it could be very easy to blame yourself, get angry at yourself, but you've been on a healing journey. And when you're healing, it means you do have blind spots. People have not been completely honest with you, and some of you have succumbed to other people's agendas. What do we have at the base? Yeah, Ten of Swords. You know, there's something you know deep down inside that it's time to let go of. It's time to quit. It's time to surrender. And it doesn't even have to be, I want to say malicious, pernicious. It doesn't have to actually be something that feels like this overarching enemy. It could just be rearranging furniture because the version of who you are now is so much more relaxed. Like the moment I said that, like my body just went, oh, because when we're in a state of survival and just trying to make it through the day, we set our life up in a very strict manner so that we can have some semblance of structure. But because you're a little bit more relaxed, I feel like you don't need to adhere to a lot of this self-account. I keep hearing self-accountability. Like let's go ahead and cut. Let's get some more information. Because a lot of you guys haven't had a great relationship to your conscious mind, to the unconscious mind. And when I say that, that could sound as though, like, you know, maybe you struggle with feeling forgetful, or maybe you've had memories that have been buried and you haven't been able to access them. You haven't been ready. Trauma does get buried deep down inside. And I just want to encourage you during this eclipse, it's time to remember. It's time to remember some truths, especially for those of you who've been on the twin flame journey. If that resonates with you, I want you to have a very serious conversation with yourself about how that person actually treated you, because there's a lot that you've forgotten and you need to re-remember. And you have to be so kind towards yourself, because you're going to start seeing how this person, again, doesn't, in this case, it doesn't have to be a twin flame. It can be a family member, a narcissist, a toxic situation, something that really left you baffled. And they might have even made you feel like giving up. Like, this energy is not easy to channel because so many of you have wanted to give up along the way. And I'm so proud of you that you are here, that you're willing to take another step towards your greatest and highest good. Because whatever lie this person taught you, told you, made you believe it was to keep you small, I really get the sense that this lunar eclipse, I feel like it's like the shell is going to be cracked open And I feel this relief. It's not even release, it's this relief. Underneath, after I go to cut, I do the card of the hermit. We can't go throughout life constantly trying to control other people, to control other people's beliefs. That's how we get dictatorships. That's how we get toxic family patterns. That's how a lot of people get stuck repeating the same problems over and over and over again. And with the Queen of Wands, it's as though you're such a powerful person, but it's made you believe that it was your job to clean up everybody else's mess, and it's left you in a huge mess as well. Okay, we got Three of Wands in the reverse. This is sort of a confirmation that you have been stuck, but it's not as though it's been intentional. It feels like the energy has been against you for a little while. Like the world is against me, God could be against me, like there's an enemy against me. Some ways I want to say you're not necessarily wrong, but earlier I was mentioning there's a limiting belief that you have about yourself that made you, I don't want to say made you, but the limiting belief, like it's as though if an opportunity was presented before you, you might have dismissed it or felt like you weren't ready for it. In some ways, I feel like you know you're ready for something new. Something could be coming back around. Here we go. Two of Cups. I want to get a little bit of clarity on these two. So I'm going to grab the Into the Wild Unknown. Let's get the clarifying cards. Now we do have a magician hanging out here. Tell me about the Three of Wands and the Two of Cups in context to this lunar eclipse. God, I just can't help but feeling how much you've really wanted to give up on this path. And again, I want to encourage you. Well, you know, we shouldn't allow our ego to get in the way of anything. You have been powering through, like you have been trying to be the light through the darkness. And when we're stuck being in too much light, like we need both. We need light and shade. Like this card kind of confirms it right here. It's kind of a 50-50 sort of feeling. But when we're too much in the light, we become hyper positive. We become it's sort of like you're afraid of bad things happening, but there's a real ask for you, just can you be neutral about what's going on? There is no good or evil. There just is. It's just the experience. It's your personal experience and your own personal perspective. We do have the King of Pentacles. Oh, the Magician came back. I this is it's as though you've been trying to create a sense of foundation and establishment through another person, and it never works out. It, and this is the illusion I think that your guides are really trying to show you at this time. Let's see here. We got the card of death, rebirth, Son of Swords, Daughter of Pentacles. I'm gonna get one more. Eight of Wands. This is a person who is, they still keep going back to the old arguments, whether if it's the old arguments in the back of their mind or it can be PTSD. The old issue keeps cropping up, almost like a repetitive cycle. But part of it is because you've had somebody around you who keeps bringing up the past. And that's not necessarily a bad thing. If something keeps repeating, if something keeps cropping up, it means that you need to pay attention. You need to look for the clues. You need to do the work from within. And I feel this frustration again. It's like, I know that. I know this is what I am supposed to be doing. I know I'm supposed to be moving forward. I know I'm supposed to be doing this. I know I'm supposed to be do that. If you're repeating the supposed tos, I'm supposed to be doing this, I'm supposed to be doing that. Um, I need you to erase that. That is an illusion, that mentality. Can you just be at where you are at? It is what it is. Because there's a real ask to not let go of your dreams, to be more open as to what your consciousness is trying to reveal to you. Let's see here. Got the Knight of Cups and the Tower in the reverse. This feels like the last straw. Something's getting ready to be transformed and transmuted. But this is a toxic cycle that needs detoxing. Yeah, this is a very difficult reading to get through. Because I think a lot of you have decided that what it is that you've been doing has had no power, has had no impact, as though everything that you have been working towards has been pointless. But I'm hearing you've been in school, you've been learning. And in some ways, oh man, this is a very special message. Some of you have actually been going through a karmic cycle and you had to do some self-forgetting in order to learn a lesson. But because you didn't have a trigger to help you remember why you got into a situation in the first place, it's as though you've gotten lost along the way. And that's part of the reason why I try to journal. Because when we're journaling, we can be honest with ourselves with who it is that we are. When we put stuff on the internet, we put the ego on it. We kind of shift things around to try and put on a face so that we don't show weakness. But with your journaling, you can be raw and honest. There's a pattern. Whatever it is that this moon is going to be revealing to you, it's as though you're going to find the keys. It's like you're going to remember the password. There's something that you entered into because you knew you had to learn a very specific lesson, a lesson for your heart, a lesson for your soul. But the lesson is complete. Like we have all this like full moon energy. Full moons are the culmination. It's completion. To release judgment. And in some ways, releasing the desire for revenge. Because we can get caught up in a justice cycle of something that bad that happened to us and wanting to have justice over it. But you guys have been in this karmic contract with people, even the ones that have done some pretty shitty things to you. If you're resonating with this and you've made it this far into this video, you'll know who it is that I'm talking about, and you'll know what it is that I am talking about. The lesson has been learned. So it's time to start integrating it. Let's get one final card here. Got the card of strength. In some ways, you had to go through it to know that you can get out of it. And this is all part of your soul purpose. This is part of your greater plan. As your unconscious mind develops a healthier relationship with your conscious brain, the part of you that is aware of what's going on and the part of you that stays so shy and hidden that it's difficult to know what's actually going on, you've had to face the fear. You've had to face the scariest version of yourself. For some of you, it's to clear out some past life karma. Because there are some of you that had a very traumatic past life, whether if that is dealing with torture, persecution, unhealthy contracts, mostly because that's just how society was. And you've been able to delay it, but because we're moving into a higher vibrational earth and a higher vibrational society, like the version of you that has been lost in ridicule, pain, victimhood. You can still love and honor that shadow, but it's no longer part of your identity. It's going to be a shadow of another timeline. It's going to be your portal to look at how other people are living their lives. And it's going to be so important that you don't have any kind of judgment towards them, because it could be easy to have a negative outlook on how other people are going through painful situations. But you have overcome something. Do you know where it is in your mind that you have been deluding yourself? Do you know who it is that has been wronging you? Do you know who this karmic soul contract is? Have you understood its overall impact in your life? Because I'm asking you to be compassionate towards yourself. You've overcome something extremely difficult. You did it for yourself. But a lot of you guys are going to want to start paying it forward. Whether if that is writing stories, creating artistry, developing some kind of a practice, whether that is a scientific practice or a spiritual practice, there's something that you have been working on and working towards. This eclipse is going to give you a key piece of missing information. Do you want to remember who it is that you are? Do you love who it is that you are? There's a to finish things off, I want to give you a bit of an activity. And you can do this while you're meditating, or maybe as you're falling asleep, if you formally believe in praying. I want you to sit with the past versions of yourself. If you're reliving a memory, don't relive it from the first person perspective. I want you to sit next to the memory of yourself. I want you to sit across from the memory of yourself. I want you to listen to them. I want you to hear what it is a past version of yourself has to say. Hear them out and pray for them. Show them encouragement. You are an interdimensional being. You are powerful beyond great measure. And the real illusion is that you can't heal yourself. It's wrong. I want you to pray for yourself. I want you to sit down with the past versions of all of you, the confused versions of you, the naive versions of you, and even the sweet, loving aspects of everything that you are. Listen to them. What is it that they are trying to say to you? Are you ready to hear yourself out? Wow. Well, this was unusual, but whoever it is that you are, damn, I sincerely hope that this helped. Best of luck for you on this lunar eclipse season. Let me know what kind of inspirations and realizations that you've been receiving, because what you're going through is a collective purge. You are not alone in any of this. Thanks again for sticking around. If you found this helpful and insightful, give this a like, subscribe if you'd like to have some more support on your spiritual journey. Otherwise, when I see you guys at the next one, I'm wishing you peace, love, and all the berries.